Adam Friedman, Rivals.com, here with big-time receiver Andre Greene Jr. coming out of Virginia. He's got a ton of mail there. He's ready to reveal his June visit plans, his July visit plans, and he's got a few more planned for the fall. We're also ready to cut down his long offer sheet down to about 15 schools. So, Andre, first off, congrats in reaching this milestone. It looks like you've got a ton of mail there. So, tell me, first off the bat here, which schools are making your first cut, this top 15? Then we'll talk about your visits after that.
Yes, sir. So my first top 15, my top 15 is Oregon, Oklahoma, LSU, Texas, Georgia, UVA, Notre Dame, University of Florida, Florida State, Miami, Michigan, UNC, Penn State, Tennessee, and Texas A&M.
Okay, so we got a lot of schools there, 15 of them. We're not going to talk about all of them here because that would be a very long interview. I know you've got a lot to say about each of these schools, but let's go over your official visits. Let's start with those.
Yes, sir. So what would you like to know about them?
So what are your dates? Which schools are you going to?
So my first official visit is to Georgia. I'll be at Georgia from the 11th through the 13th. You want me to go in depth about each visit or just?
Yeah, let's talk about let's go through each school and your dates, and then we'll go in depth about each school there.
And then the next week, I'll be in North Carolina, 18th through the 20th. And then after that, I will be in Oregon, 23rd through the 25th. And then I will be in Notre Dame during the fall.
During the fall, okay. And that is for a game weekend. I think you said it was the Cincinnati game, October 1st through 3rd, right?
Sure.
Okay, great. So let's talk about those four schools now. Georgia is the first one. So what is it about the Bulldogs that you find so interesting, and what really keeps them near the top of your list?
Just the relationships and talking to Coach Kirby Smart, talking to Coach Hankton. I love the vibe there. I've been following the Bulldogs since I was young. And like I said before, just the relationships in general. Love talking to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So after that, I believe you've got the North Carolina Tar Heels. You took a self-guided visit there. I think it was a couple weeks ago, about a month ago or so. What is it about North Carolina that keeps them in the hunt for your commitment?
I love talking to Coach Galloway and Coach Brown. I talk to them almost every couple of days. They was just wishing me good luck on my exams this week. So, like I said, just Chapel Hill, North Carolina, I just love it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And then after that, you've got Oregon, that official visit towards the end of June. What is it about Oregon that you find so interesting, being a guy all the way from the East Coast?
Just since I was a kid, Oregon has been one of those special places. Coach McClendon, he was at South Carolina at first, and he just moved to Oregon, and I've always liked talking to Coach McClendon. He's produced some great guys, AJ Green, and it's just one of those places.
Yeah. Well, Oregon is used to coming to the East Coast. They did so a couple times last year, picked up guys like Dante Thornton and another defensive back from Maryland. But let's talk about Notre Dame, your fourth official visit happening during the fall. What is it about Notre Dame that keeps them in contention here as you move to the next phase of your recruitment?
Coach Alexander, he's another one. He's producing some great guys. Love talking to Coach Alexander. As you know, Notre Dame, super prestigious school, super great football program. So I'm just excited to get down there.
Okay, great. And then let's talk about these unofficial visits. Why don't you run through those for me?
Go to the notes. So,
got a long list of them, right?
Yes, sir. So on the first and the second, I'll be in Oklahoma, and on the third, I think I'll be traveling. But on the fourth, I'll be at Texas A&M. And then on the fifth, I'll be at the University of Texas. Then on the 10th, I'll be at Clemson and talk to them. So that'd be nice to get up there. Then my last unofficial during June will be at Florida State on the 27th, 26th,
okay.
27th.
Do you have one in July as well?
Yes, sir. Penn State on the 26th of July, and I'm just looking to talk to a couple more schools and schedule a couple more visits then.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So let's talk about these schools first, and then we'll get to kind of the plan after that. Oklahoma is your first unofficial visit in June. What is it about the Sooners that you find so interesting? It's got to be that wide open offense, but your relationships there. Tell us who you're close with and just why they're doing so well with you.
Yes, sir. I remember I was super close with Coach Beamer before he left, but since then I picked up the relationship. I've been talking to Coach Simmons, their wide receiver coach, and during the quarantine, first go around during COVID, I used to talk to Coach Riley all the time. So I actually took one of my first virtual visits to Oklahoma. So
okay, cool. And then after that, I believe it's Texas A&M, right? You'll be heading down there to College Station. What are you looking forward to seeing down there, and when you get a chance to actually meet those coaches in person?
Like you said, I just want to get a feel for them in person. Just want to see the campus and things like that, and I just want to see what type of people they are like in person.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How about Texas? Is it kind of the same thing at Texas too?
Yes, sir. Coach Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. I think the last unofficial visit. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We almost skipped Clemson there. That's one of the teams that didn't make your top 15, but you're still going to take an unofficial visit. We know the Tigers were one of those big teams for you early on in your recruitment. So where do things currently stand, and what are you looking forward to finding out when you get down there for a visit?
It's crazy. Even though they're not one of my, even though they haven't offered me yet, they talk to me probably the most mail, most graphics, most text. Love talking to Coach Grisham, but I'm definitely excited to get down there on a visit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure they're you said one of those teams that sends you a lot of mail. A lot of teams are sending you a lot of mail. Look at all that stuff there. So after Clemson, we've got Florida State for an unofficial visit. What is it about the Seminoles that has you making that trip to Tallahassee?
Like I said before we hopped on the Zoom, Coach Dugans, Coach Mike Bell. I love talking to those guys. Just everything they do is I just love talking to them. Yeah.
Okay. And then Penn State, you're also taking an unofficial visit there in July. When you think about the Nittany Lions, what comes to mind? What really piques your interest there?
Especially the coaching staff, but just the crowds in general. It's nothing like a Big Ten crowd. I love talking to Coach Stubbs. They've done a great job recruiting me. They also wish me good luck on my exams. I just love talking to Coach Sider, Coach Stubbs, Coach Franklin.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, great. So I think that's all the visits that you've got planned and about all the schools there. There's a handful that you don't have visits for, but I think you said before that you're going to visit all these schools. They just have other visits in the works. Nothing's planned just yet. So when we think about your commitment time frame, how far down the road is it?
Not 100% sure yet. I know that's something me and my family definitely talk about. Planning on committing maybe right after football season, but like I said, me and my family are talking about.
Gotcha. Okay, so we've got a long way to go before our commitment. All of your official visits. There's one more official visit that you can take. I'm sure it'll come for one of these schools in your top 15. In the meantime, Andre, congrats on your next step in your recruitment rather. Good luck picking up all that mail off the floor there, and we'll be keeping an eye out for your visits coming up here soon. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks a lot.